Hello. Welcome, guys, to our Westside Wellbeing. This week it's Pilates. So well done for finding this time in your day. We have got 45 minutes of Pilates, and today there is going to be a slight focus on core, but don't worry. All stuff that we can do, we can take it at our own pace. Let me just move my mat back a little bit so you can see everything that I'm doing. So grab what you need. I always have some water to hand. If you want to have some music on, a playlist that is good for you, grab that, pop it on, and we're going to come all the way down onto the mat. Come to lie down, bend into the knees, soles of the feet to the floor. We are just going to get straight on into it today. So first thing I want to talk to you about, as you lie here, bending the knees, feet to the floor, you'll notice that your lower back is lifting just a little bit away from the mat. So what I'd like you to do is take a posterior pelvic tilt. So what that means is we're going to push the lower back into the mat. So you should start to feel already your core is engaged to do that, and your sit bones just start to lift a little bit away from the mat. Nice. Release, and just let that natural arch in the spine come back. That's your anterior pelvic tilt. So we're just going to do that a few more times. So engage the core, push the lower back into the mat, posterior pelvic tilt. Hold it here. Keep pushing that lower back down into the mat. Whenever we do any ab work and we're lying on our back, this is what you want to have engaged, this posterior pelvic tilt. And let's release. Just take a breath here. The belly should feel nice and soft now. Nice. So let's do that again. Just push the lower back into the mat. Lift the tailbone just a little bit. Engage the core. Breathe here. Excellent. And then just release. Nice. So, posterior pelvic tilt. Push the lower back into the mat. And then from here, we're going to start to roll up the spine, chest coming all the way up towards the chin. And then roll all the way back down. So you really got to engage that pelvis to make sure the lower back comes down to the mat first. And then release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Push the lower back into the mat, rolling all the way up the spine, chest to the chin, and then rolling all the way back down. Excellent. 1 more time, just like this. Pushing down, lower back into the mat, rolling up, chest coming all the way up towards the chin, stretching out into the front of our core, warming up our back muscles as we roll all the way back down. Now, we're going to take 5 more, but this time we're going to add in the arms. So as we inhale, we come all the way up, arms come up and over. Exhale, arms come all the way back down. Excellent. Don't forget about that posterior pelvic tilt. Push the lower back into the mat as you roll all the way up. Adding the arms makes it a little bit more unstable, so your core is working more. And if that doesn't feel good, don't add in the arms. That is fine. Work with your body. Inhaling. And exhaling as you release down. 2 more times. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Last one. Push that lower back into the mat. Rolling all the way up the spine. Arms come up above the head. And then rolling all the way back down. Excellent. So you might need to just release into the lower back here, just windscreen wiping the knees from left to right. Maybe hug the knees in towards the body. Give yourselves a nice squeeze. Excellent. And then release the feet to the mat. Engage your core, push the lower back into the mat. We're going to bring the knees up in line with the hips. So keep pushing the lower back into the mat, fingertips to the sides of the head. We're going to roll up, lifting the head and the chest as much as you can. And then we're going to do really slow bicycle crunches. So bring the left elbow to the right knee as you extend the left leg away, and then come back to center. Same to the other side. Nice and slow. Keep that core engaged. Lovely. 8 more here. Take it slow. For 6. You've got it. Halfway already. Slow and controlled can work the muscles just as well. We don't have to go crazy. Last 2. Excellent. Now, release the head back to the mat. Release the arms beside you. Extend the legs up towards the ceiling. And we're going to just start to lift up through the hips and lower back down. It's just a little movement, working into your lower abs. We're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bend into the knees. Keep the arms beside you. We're just going to toe tap, tapping the toes. Excellent. So for 5, 4, 3, keep the lower back pushing down into the mat. 2, and 1. Excellent. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll from left to right. Maybe reach the arms all the way out. Extend the legs all the way away from you. Excellent. Release. So we've just started to warm up the core. So we're going to do 2 more sets of those 3 exercises. Nice. Bend into the knees. Knees in line with the hips. Push the lower back into the mat. Fingertips to the sides of the head. Lift the head, lift the chest. You can stay working here or come into our nice, slow and controlled bicycle crunches. Bringing that elbow all the way across the body. Already at halfway. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Release the head back down. Release the arms beside you. Extend the legs. They don't have to be straight. You can have a bend in the legs. As you inhale, we're going to lift up the hips just a little bit and lower. Lifting and lowering. Working into the lower abs. Nice. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Bend into the knees. Keep the arms beside you. Toe taps. These ones just add up. Keep the lower back pushing down into the mat. Keep that core engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Release the feet. Reach the arms away from you. Extend the legs away from you. Full body stretch. 1 final set. Those 3 exercises. We can do it. Just relax for a moment. Take a few nice deep breaths. Flood fresh energy back into the body. Excellent. So here we go. Bending into the knees. Calves are parallel to the floor. Push the lower back into the mat. Fingertips to the sides of the head. Lift the head and the chest. We come into those nice slow bicycle crunches. Nothing crazy. Nice and slow and controlled. Excellent. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Release the head. Reach the legs up. Arms beside you. Lifting up. Just a little movement. Lifting up and lowering. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bend into the knees, push the lower back down, toe tap, core engaged. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Hug those knees in. You have made it through those sets. Rock and roll the knees from left to right. Release the legs away. Release the arms away. Just breathe here. Excellent. Stretching it all out. So, hug the knees in towards the body. Bring the hands to the back of the knees and we're going to rock up and down the spine. Rocking and rolling all the way up and down until eventually we're going to come up and we're going to hold here. So try and sit up as tall as you can. Squeeze the knees together, squeeze the ankles together. Try not to let the toes touch the mats. Next, we're going to do that again. Rock all the way back. Come up, hold. Lovely. One more time. Rocking all the way back. Coming up and holding here. Lovely. You can release the legs. Just come to a cross-leg position. Let me check where we're going next. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So, feet to the floor. Sitting up nice and tall. Engaging that core. Lengthen through the spine. Head reaches sort of in line with your spine. Straight up. We're coming into our boat pose. So you can take your arms wide, palms surrender up, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze the ankles together. Lovely. You can stay working here or you can lift the calves up parallel to the floor, keeping that belly button sucked in. Try not to round through the back. We're going to toe tap here. Lovely. Staying strong. 5 more. That is all. Just tapping with the toes. Last 2. Excellent. Cross the legs. Rock forwards. We're going to find a tabletop position. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Excellent. Take a nice deep inhale. Nice long exhale. Reach the right arm out in front of you, the left leg out behind you. Now you can stay here, sucking that belly button in, or you can start to lift the left leg up away from the floor. This might be enough. You might want to work here, sucking that belly button in. Option, make a fist with the right hand, squeeze elbow to knee underneath the chest, extend away. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, extend. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. You get the gist. Keep moving with your breath. 5 more. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Excellent. Extend. Hold here. Bend the back leg. Reach back round with the right hand if you can. Grab hold of the foot. Start to kick back and up with the foot. Maybe the gaze goes up towards the space that you're in, finding a back bend, finding a shoulder opening, breathing here. Excellent. Release the leg, release the arm out, stay strong. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Excellent. Circle into that left wrist. And then back the other way. And then we're going to come back to our seated position for our second set of boat pose. So sitting up nice and tall. You can do the posture that we did before with the calves lifted, toe tapping. Option, you can stay here, but this time extend the leg instead of toe tapping. So you're straightening through one leg and then the other. Excellent. You've got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1. Excellent. Cross those legs. Topple all the way forwards. Find your tabletop position. Breathe here. Nice. Releasing the left arm out in front of you. Stepping the right leg back behind you. You can hold it here or you can let the right leg float up. Option to stay here. Option to bring the elbow to touch the knee. And then extend away. Elbow to knee. And then extend. Move with that breath if you can. Slow and controlled. That's what we're going for here today. Doesn't have to be fast and furious. We're going slow and controlled. Building up that core. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Excellent. Extend away. Hold here. Option, bend the back leg. Option, reach back with the hand, grab the foot. Option to kick back and up. Stretching out into the left shoulder, finding a bit of a back bend, strengthening the back. Breathing here. Excellent. Release. And bring the hand down, bring the knee down, circle into that right wrist. And back the other way. Take the knees nice and wide, big toes touch, hips push back towards the heels. Stretch out through the spine as you soften the forehead down to the mat. Really allow yourself to lengthen through the whole of the body here. Excellent. Walking the hands over towards the right hand side of the mat. Let's stretch into the left side of the torso. And then crawl the arms all the way back to center. And take those arms over to the left side of the mat, feeling that stretch down the right side of the torso here. Excellent work. Taking one more deep inhale. And one more deep exhale. Inhale, bringing the hands back to center. And then come all the way forwards. Find a tabletop position. We are going to come into some 1-minute planks. So we're going to do 3 separate 1-minute planks, but we've got some different postures in between. So I'm just setting up my timer. So we're going to do our planks on our forearms. So you can have the fingertips pointing straight ahead or bring the hands into a fist. We're then going to extend the legs out behind us, lifting up those knees, trying to have a nice long flat body here. If you need to, you can drop the knees and engage the core working here. Try and do the best you can. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So it doesn't matter if you don't last for the whole minute. That's just our intention today. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to make it. But we're pushing down through the elbows. We're pushing up in between the shoulder blades. We're pushing back through the heels. We're trying to keep one long line of energy through the body. And if someone was to come and try and wiggle us out of this posture, we would be absolutely set in stone. The good news is we're at 30 seconds. So you've already done half of it. You have got this. Mind over matter here. Stay strong. Jennifer Aniston can do 5 minutes at a time. So we're just doing 1 minute. Keep the body engaged. Suck that belly button in. 10 seconds left. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Release the knees down. Excellent. We're going to lower the whole body to the mat. Take the gaze to the right hand side. Release the arms beside you. Just let it go. Flip the palms so the palms are pushing down into the mat. Bring the forehead back to the mat. On your next inhale, we're lifting the head, we're lifting the chest, we're lifting the arms and the legs. And as you exhale, release everything down. Inhale, lifting everything up. Using your back strength, exhaling, lifting, letting everything drop down. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling. Exhaling. Moving with your breath, strengthening that back. We've got 5 more to go. Last 3. Final 1. Excellent. Release and breathe. Maybe bend into the knees. Let the feet windscreen wiper from left to right. Nice work. So you know what's coming. We're coming into our second 1-minute plank. Don't even think about it. Choose your option. Maybe knees down, maybe knees lifted. Let me get the timer set back up. Lovely. We're starting in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. So you've already done this once. So you know what you're capable of. We're pushing down into those elbows. We're keeping strong through the core. And maybe let's stop thinking and talking about our plank for a little bit. Maybe we can start to think about how strong we're going to be through our body, everything that we can achieve when we have a nice strong core. Maybe we can think about how having a strong core physically might also be like having a strong core emotionally, mentally. Might help connect us to our core thoughts and feelings. Wow, this is working. We've only got 15 seconds left. You've got this. Try not to think about it. The time will pass faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Epic release. Come all the way down onto your belly. Just breathe. Release the arms beside you. Coming into a little bit more back strengthening work. So one is quite active, the other one is quite passive, and I'm going to set my timer up again for this. So we're reaching the arms out in front of us, forehead to the mat. As we inhale, lift everything up like we did before. So the arms are lifted, the legs are lifted, and we're going to take swimmers. So we're just gently paddling through the arms, through the legs. We're pushing the hips down. We're trying to use our back strength to lift up the chest even higher. We're doing it for 30 seconds. We're already at 14. So you can do it. Keep lifting, keep paddling, keep reaching the fingertips away, reaching the toes away. Paddle those arms, paddle those legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let it go. Breathe all the way down. the back of the spine, the back of the rib cage, maybe bend the knee, windscreen wiper the legs. So we're going to take a third and final 1 minute plank. And we can do it. You don't even need to think about it. Pick that option that you're going to take. So if you want to drop down onto the knees, that is absolutely not a problem. We are starting in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's begin. Come straight into it. Don't dilly-dally. Find your way here. Think about how proud you are for making it to the mat today. Whatever time of day you're practicing, whatever this is for you, you've carved out this time in your day. You are committed to making your body stronger, to making your body healthier. All of this will pay off. So stay here. Try not to think about it. We are just coming up to 30 seconds, so you're halfway there. You can do this. Maybe connect to the breath to help keep you focused here. And after we finish this, you will have done 3 1-minute planks. Knees up or knees down, whatever's worked for you, whatever has felt best for you today, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Release, lower, relax. You've done it. No more planks, I promise. Elbows underneath the shoulders, fingertips point forwards. When I said no more planks, I mean like no more 1-minute planks. We might do some little variations on them in a second. But let's just stretch out here through the chest. If it's pulling on the lower back in this posture, you can reach the arms a little bit further away from the body. From here, bending into the right leg. Just bring the left arm across the body to keep you balanced. Reach back with the right hand, grab hold of the right foot, and you can turn your chest back towards the top of your mat as you squeeze and hug the right knee in towards the glutes. Excellent. Release that right leg, bring the right arm down, bend into that left knee. Left hand reaches round to grab hold of the foot. Maybe the right arm is just coming across the body a little bit, just stretching out into that left quad, and at the same time, you're opening up through the chest. Getting this nice little back bend here as well, just breathing. Excellent. Release that left leg. Bring the left forearm back to the mat. So we're already on to the home straight. So from here, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push the hips back towards the heels. Take the knees wide. Lengthen out through the whole of the spine as you lower your forehead down towards the mat. Breathe here. Nice. Coming all the way up into a tabletop position. Push down through the left hand. We're going to inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Try and engage your core so your hips don't swing out towards the side. You want to keep your hips absolutely in line with your knees as you reach your right fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Excellent. Bring the right hand down. We're going to come back down onto our forearms. Starting to look a little bit like a plank, I know, but we're coming into rainbow planks. So bring the feet together. Lifting up those knees. And then we're going to roll the hips down from one side to the other. Try and keep pushing down through both forearms, through both elbows, as you rainbow those hips up and over. I have set a timer on this. And we're already halfway through that timer. So don't you worry. We've got about 10 seconds left to go. Rocking and rolling those hips over to one side then the other. For 2, for 1, release. Nice. Come back up into your tabletop position. Just breathe here. We're going to take that twist on the other side. So push down through the right hand. Left fingertips reach up. Try and keep the hips in line with the knees. Suck the belly button in. Twist and open the chest. Gaze follows. Excellent. Left hand comes all the way down to the mat. Second set, rainbow planks. So you can take these as fast or as slow as you want to. Coming down onto the forearms. The timer has already started. Feet together, rocking and rolling those hips. One side to the other. Great for the waist. So you're looking at your obliques here. Staying nice and strong, pushing down through the elbows. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finished. Excellent. Tabletop. Breathe. Okay. We're going to tuck the toes under, take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, just push back, find a downward facing dog. Hands are shoulder distance, feet are hip distance, and we can just pedal out through the legs here, lengthening into the spine. Just connecting back to the breath. From here, find your stillness. And then bend the knees as if you were going to come back into a tabletop, but just let those knees hover above the mat, just an inch. Taking 3 more breaths. Excellent. Pushing all the way back. Downward facing dog. We're going to do that again. Come all the way forwards. Nice strong core. Let those knees hover. You can stay here. If you need to drop one knee down and then the other, that's fine. Or both knees down, not a problem. If you want to take it up a notch, we're going to walk forwards. So we're kind of crawling forwards. Just a couple of steps and crawling backwards. Try and keep the back nice and flat as you crawl up and you crawl back. One more. All the way up to the top of the mat and all the way back. If you're not on a mat, just taking a few steps forward, a few steps back, find your way back to the middle, push back, downward facing dog. Step the feet together. Inhale, find a high plank, roll onto the outside edge of your left foot, taking our side plank variation. So if this feels too much, you can drop the left knee down, bring it underneath the left hip. Reaching the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Maybe both legs are extended. Lovely. Bring the right hand all the way down. Push back. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Coming back into those bear crawls. Bring the knees down towards the mat. Find your tabletop. Knees hover. And then we're going to crawl forwards and crawl back. You don't have to. You can stay where you are. You could drop the knees down, lifting them up when you feel like you've got the energy. If you're in your bear crawl, try and imagine you've got a glass of water on your hips and you really don't want to spill that water. So you're keeping those hips as still as possible. Nice and flat. Coming back to the middle, pushing back, Downward facing dog, come forwards, high plank, feet together, roll onto the outside edge of the right foot, left fingertips reach up, push those hips up nice and high, option to bring the right knee down. 2 more breaths. Excellent. Left hand comes all the way down to the mat, drop the knees. Knees go wide, hips to heels. Child's pose, release. If you want to circle into your wrists here, feel free. Breathe. One more little bit, and then we're into some stretching out into the core. You've worked so hard. We're going to come up, find a tabletop position. Now, you can do these next postures on your hands and knees. If you want to go a little bit more hardcore, you can tuck the toes under, push back, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to release the right leg up. So remember, you can do this hands and knees. Inhale, look to the hands, bring the right knee to touch the right tricep. Exhale, push back. Inhale, knee to touch the nose. Exhale, pushing back. Inhale, knee to touch the left tricep. Exhale, pushing back. Lovely, release the right leg down. Same thing, left hand side. Left leg reaches up. Bringing that left knee to touch the left tricep. Extend away. Inhale, knee to nose. Squeeze, push back. Inhale, knee to right tricep. Exhale, extend. Release that left leg down. Bring the knees to the mat. We're going to shuffle around to come back to lie on our back again. Feet to the floor. Arms by your side. So we're going to take some bridges. So just like we did roll-ups at the beginning, this time we're going to hold them. So bring your fingertips to touch the back of your heels. Take a little look left to right. Posterior pelvic tilt. Push the lower back into the mat. And then we're going to start to roll up the spine. Chest coming all the way up towards the chin. This time though, roll one shoulder blade underneath you at a time. Bring the hands together to make a fist. Push that fist down. Lift your hips up higher. Stretching all the way out through the front of that core. Pushing down through the feet, squeezing the glutes. Excellent. From here, release the fist, release the shoulders, roll all the way back down to the mat. You could gently let the knees windscreen wiper from left to right. You could hug the knees in towards the body. You're going to keep holding onto that right leg as you extend the left leg away from you, giving yourselves a nice big squeeze. We're just stretching it all out now. Swapping over the legs. Excellent. Bringing both knees in towards the chest, hugging your arms around the top of the shins, giving yourself a nice big squeeze. Bring the hands onto the knees. And we're going to circle the knees around in one direction. Feeling that into the lower back, but also into the core as you circle around the knees and then back the other way. Finding your stillness, hands to knees. Let's circle the knees out wide and then back in towards each other. So going wide and back round. And then take them the opposite way. And then let's see if we can do one knee in one direction and the other in the other. So one knee going clockwise, one knee going anti-clockwise. And then back the other way around, swapping those around. Little test for our coordination as we finish up. Lovely. Bring those knees back to center. Hold the right knee in. Extend the left leg away. Take the knee across the body over to the left-hand side. Right hip stacked on top of the left hip. Reach the right fingertips away from you. Gaze follows. Deep stretch into the belly. Just wringing it out like you would wring out a wet towel. Softening the shoulder down towards the mat. Excellent. Bring that knee all the way back to center. If it feels good for you, just squeeze it in, then feel free. Extend the right leg out to meet the left. Let's hug the left knee in towards the body, giving it a little gentle squeeze before you guide it across to the right-hand side. Left hip stacked on top of the right. Maybe the left knee is resting on your fist, or it can hover, or it's on the floor. And then releasing the left fingertips away from you. Gaze follows the fingertips. Just soften, release, relax, stretch, twist, let it all go. On your next inhale, bring that knee all the way back to center. Give it a lovely squeeze in towards the body, and then release the left leg to meet the right. Take a breath. And then give yourselves a massive round of applause. You have done it. Use that core to get you back up to a seated position. Come back to this core workout whenever you need to. And in no time at all, you're going to notice that you're feeling stronger, that your posture's improving, you're sitting up taller. Yeah. So have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day this is. And once again, well done for making it to the mat. Keep checking back in with Westside Wellbeing, and remember to be kind to your mind. Take care, guys. Bye.